Glorious day to you, my friends. Kotoru hukushanati arahakayata arahasakaayata. Hashinara akati arahakatayarata. Welcome to Shine, day number 37, akadiyata 38. No, ryakaskataya, day number 38. Stargate Heart, illuminate your natural essence, where we chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times. For 108 days. And again, we're on day number 38. And the Mala of Joy. We're using the Mala of Joy. The Mala of Joy, we break up the 108 seeds or beads in a mala into 9 groups of 12. And each of the 9 groups represents one of the chakras in our Merkaba, the light body, our ascension vehicle, Nirata Arshikutora Ukuchikiwarata Tiarata. It's basically this rotating essence that creates our auric field that emanates outward, Niroka Chariata Kayatsosoka. And each of these chakras, the 9 chakras, at the bottom of them are, excuse me, water is life, my friends. At the bottom of our Merkaba is the azaleas are talking. Can you wait your turn? Thank you. At the bottom of the Merkaba, Vasundhara, the Earth Star Chakra. Oh, let me balance this. That's better. Iskahaya. Anahtakariyata. Kihuso to Orohukacharyata Nananiyarata, the Earth Star Chakra. Muladhara, our root chakra. Svadhisthana, our sacral chakra. The solar plexus chakra. Manipura. English is escaping me today. Hiskatiyara Hatakaryata. I did. Well, let's do it now. I invite and allow the holy fire to flow in, through, and around us all in every way and everywhere and every when. And I set aside my ego and personality, and I turn this process, this meditation, and the words coming out of my mouth, I turn it over entirely to the holy fire. Saya akatiyara asana atakari hetarata. Manipura, our solar plexus chakra. Anahata, our heart center. Nirotokoshayata. Vishuddha, our throat chakra. Anya or Agnya, our third eye chakra. Our crown chakra, Sahasrara. And at the top of our Merkaba is Niratakashiyatorohorto, Vyapini, the goddess who is everywhere, the soul star chakra. Ni Atakari Hatara Shahyatokuraha. And we're now in day 38. We're in the third chakra, Niyara Akasakatuku, Manipura, Nihasa Ater. We have completed 3 chakras. But I started counting at 0 because everyone understands Muladhara as the first chakra. Azaleas, Oriakanananiatataraha. When I walked by, they said, the azaleas with the light codes reflecting off them, that's where we're doing it. I go, okay. And then I'm sitting here going, all right, why the azaleas? And then I looked it up. Azaleas represent temperance and prudence. And temperance is it's a dual type meaning. It's the balance of who we are, and it totally goes with what they want to talk about. And prudence, temperance, it's also we're tempering steel, iron, and then they tossed in some carbon, and it became steel, and it was stronger. But the only way to really make the steel and the iron stronger is by tempering it, meaning you hit it while it's hot and you dip it in the cold water, and then you put it back in the fire and you hammer it some more, and then dip it in the cold water. It's the shock of the system that tempers the steel. It's the contrast that is tempering us to be more aligned with our true authentic selves. It is the swing. And we talked about it yesterday, that what athletes do with stressing their muscles and their bodies, stressing the lungs, and stressing their mind, and then building in rest. That's what they're doing with the steel as well. And prudence. Prudence is wisdom. It is, excuse me, water is life, my friends. It's your temperament. It means temperance as well as prudence. Prudence means temperance. In Manipura is the fire chakra, the sun chakra. It's not necessarily the light chakra. We can say light because the Bij mantra, the seed sound, seed syllable, is Ram, Ra, but we're internalizing it with the Bindu on top of the R in Devanagari, Niyata Arishkatoruhutuku. It internalizes it. And Ra, the Bij mantra, means everything that Manipura is all about. It is the fire, it's the light, it's our willpower, it's our inspiration. And can we temper our desires, our willpower, what we wish to create? Can we temper it? And can we be prudent? Can we be wise, judicious, discerning? Can we be that when we're deciding what we want? Are we thoroughly engulfed in the aspect, the worst aspect of Manipura, which is power and control? And we learned long time ago about power and control. And can we let go of this power and control and let respect happen? The chakras are built on top of each other. They rely on each other. We flow the energy down, which no longer serves. So can we, the freedom aspect of Manipura is to love all of yourself. Manipura is blocked by guilt and shame. And it doesn't really matter, guilt or shame, whether you want to say that shame is associated with Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, or guilt. Because one basically is, I did something bad and I am bad. I feel bad or I am bad. And I like to associate I feel bad with Svadhisthana and I am bad with Manipura. Either way, we got to learn to forgive ourselves and forgive others and love ourselves. Love every aspect of ourselves. The shadow side over here, and the joyous side. And can we let all those aspects that are not love for ourselves and for others, can we let them flow down the creek and into Gaia? Let that guilt and that shame just go right down. Azaleas are in the rhododendron family. But the main point is temperance and prudence. And interestingly, I did not know why, but I stopped off at the local crystal store, Okatiya Ryokoto, said hi to some acquaintances because when I lived here, I was in there all the time. Let me see. I have no idea if we can see that. Dumodorite, it's blue, cloudy blue, utukurshkatiya rahakatiya rahatara sahda. And interestingly, okay, so they just are telling me down in the description, if we go to the Sanskrit channels link for Manipuraka, as he calls it, Chakra Nipuram talks about the yellow on the inside of Manipura and the cloud blue on the outside. All the petals are a light cloudy blue, and that's what this thing looks like. Yeah, maybe we can go over here, kusha'ata arahakatara ishkatara yarata, and not get a whole bunch of the. It looks much cooler in in real life. And when it was talking to me, and then after I bought it, the guy gives me the card. I look it over. I go, okay, this totally makes sense, and I give him back the card. It's about insight. It's about trusting your intuition. It's about going within, what we're doing in this whole series. And Damberite. Damberite is one of my favorite crystals. I like to call it ultra high vibrational crystal. Some of them have shades of pink. I have a dumodorite crystal that's mostly clear with just a touch of blue at the top, and I like that one a lot. But we got two. Two wanted to come. And this is about going within, reaching the highest realms. This has to do with your spiritual essence. And can we allow our true, authentic selves to come through? And Ellie, this one's coming to you. As soon as I got to my car and I put them down, this one's coming to you. Kashiu kotara akana hase atara kucha atura hanatiara. Mental block. So we're going to, there'll be subtle energies, the dumodorite and the demberite and the azalea and the light codes. Interestingly, there's a downward pointing triangle in Manipura. It's a masculine chakra, which is the upward pointing triangle. So why is the feminine symbol inside, which is the chalice, why is the chalice, the feminine symbol, inside of Manipura, the willpower, your intention, because we got to temper our intentions and what we want, our desires, and not tap into the power and control. So we can tap into the respecting other people's free will. That's what our angels and God does. Totally respects our free will, which is why our angels don't really intervene. They work with us, with our intention and what our hopes and dreams, but they're not going to interfere with somebody else's free will. And that's why this is so awesome here, because we're in this balance. God loves us no matter what. And welcomes us home no matter what. It's us feeling guilty and carrying this guilt and this shame and this grief from this life and making karmic imprints and into the next, which keeps us out of the heavenly realms. It's our own decision to keep that shame, that we think that we're not worthy of heaven, that we're not worthy of love, that we're not worthy of the abundance of the universe. But the azaleas are telling us differently. The light codes are telling us differently. The damberite and dumodorite are telling us differently. Get in touch with your heart center. Allow our heart center, your heart center, my heart center, to show us that we are made of unconditional love, that we are made of the true light, always loving light. And that is the magic of Om Mani Padme Hum. Every one of the syllables, according to the Buddhist traditions, deals with purification. It purifies jealousy. I'll put it in a comment. And I also put in a link to the Dalai Lama explaining what his interpretation of Om Mani Padme Hum, besides the obvious. But again, it's beautiful. And I'm not taking anything away from the Dalai Lama. He's a very, very wise individual. Buddhists are all the way I remember him explaining it is the Buddhist who wishes to become enlightened in this lifetime, in this physicality. It's the mind. It's circumventing, not circumventing. Atakorsha asutiara akiata arhanesiata artu usha uka atiara. Developing the mind, exercising the mind. Purifying the mind in the thought patterns, which is much like what yoga is doing. The Yoga Sutra 1.2, yoga chitta vritti nirodha nito kaskatiata harskatiata tahayacha atuda arohakeneata. I much rather the light language version. We're practicing stopping our mind from attaching and modifying it is what it is, because everything is divine in its own right. Everything is a creation of the universe or a creation of God or a creation of divinity. So we don't need to add value to it. It already has intrinsic value. We don't need to change it. We are the change. That's what vibration is. Vibration is change. So listen to the Dalai Lama. I'll give another link too, because there was another monk that for the first half explained it the same way, but then added some additional value to Om Mani Padme Hum. It's magical. The light language, the chant, your breath are all having a conversation with your inner being and your mind. Because our mind is the thing that, our mind and ego, they're intertwined. They're dancing together. And our ego and pride are influencing how we think, how we see things. Yoga is all about moksha. Each school is their own path to moksha, freedom, liberation. I like liberation much better than freedom. Some of us feel like we're trapped. So yeah, then it's freedom. But liberation is a mindset. It's a freedom from all the blockages of the chakras. It's freedom from all the dis-ease, all the distractions. uh, Thank you. Nira akaskata, distraction. Interesting. Distraction. Distractions help us lose traction. If we want to gain traction on any idea, we need to be dedicated. We need to be devoted to it. Allow the idea to work with us. Allow it to gain traction, mainly by letting go. But you're still with me on day number 38, so we're gaining traction. Our inner being is making itself more present. Kusohuta. Ashanahe sa'ata karyat ata rushoho to oruhu konoro. And the light codes are the same. They're just gentle reminders of who we truly are, what our superpowers are. Niroko cha'arya tokunahasukotayaraha. Siya a achiharata tokunahatara ashanati rahakayata. Okay, let us meditate. Iskotuguta kashkaya nahatiyarata. We find everything here. Usha akahasarati kariyanoro hokuto. So thank you, Azaleas. Thank you, water. Thank you, Dumodorite. Thank you, Damberite. 2 Damberites. Kosukuta arahanani riyata. And thank you, Highland Park. Akaskia ta arnahatari chakatiaraha. There was one other time that I was right in this small location here. I think it was just over there when I did a cleansing of stones for a new moon or a full moon, probably a full moon. Ukushaya askatiya ratata, with the sun and the moon. Ukushaya ta urahata ashana iskotokutigarehata. So let us relax. Whether you lie down or you sit, or sit in seated meditation. I invite you to do so with a straight spine, so that your energy flows more freely. As we focus our awareness on our breath, as we slowly lengthen our breath, as we feel how it feels when we breathe in, and we feel how it feels when we breathe out. As we feel the cool air when we breathe in, and we feel the warm air as we breathe out. As we feel our rib cage expand when we breathe in, And as we feel our rib cage release, as we exhale, now let us focus our awareness on our heart centers. For in our heart center is the home of our holy fire. Nihiso o tukurushanati arahati koja. Askanahera arhe toro ushahia kanare arta. And our holy fire is the source of our bright light. Ni chikatiri arnahasiata atakashi soto. And every breath that we take with intention, nihikosho hatura hoshayatata, fans the flames of our holy fire, nihikoshoro hokatakari etnorado, and brightens our already bright light, nihiskotor hushanatatiara hakatiaratata. As we invite and allow the holy fire to flow in, through, and around us all, in every way and everywhere and everywhen, nihikotor hoshaya atanata arakashiasa akayata. Creating a safe place for us to chant, to meditate, to spend time with our inner being. Nihiskata arhishokotor hochanananior hokotora. And we ask the Holy Fire to only allow in that which is for our highest good. And the highest good of all, Hiskata Hakanati Arahasoto Ushanati Arahateka. And let us start the divine flow, if you have not done so already. Hiskotur Hushkanini Aratata. Let us take the energy in our heart centers, Nihukotur Shikotukorota, and let us get more holy fire, Nihiskatara Arshkananirata, by moving it up through the chakras, Nihikotorushiko, through Vishuddha, through Anya, Sahasrara, Vyapini, and up through the realms, Nihikachiriortoko, and into the highest realm of consciousness, Nihikochoro Hokoskatiarata, to the source of consciousness, Hiskoto Urhoya Atanahya Skatiaratata, where there is no ego. There is only unconditional love. There is no judgment. Where it always respects free will. And where the power is unlimited. And let us bring more holy fire back down. Down through the realms, down through Vyapini, Sahasrara, Anya, Vishuddha, and back into Anahata, our heart center. Nihiska Ata Hatiari Hashanati Yorohokotora Hatatirata. Thoroughly mixing this energy. Now let us ground this energy effectively. Let us take this combined energy down through our chakras, down through Manipura, Svadhisthana, Muladhara, out through Vasundhara, Nihikachiera Hokotora Huto, growing roots down into Mother Earth, Iskotoro, Hushahayakanariatatiratata, down, 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 deep into Gaia, Haskanera, Hashanonoro Ukutioroto, wrapping the roots around the heart of Gaia, Achiharokonorioroto, giving her a great big hug, Ashihiskonahiretiroto, and bringing her grounded love back up through the root system, Nihokochakatira through Vasundhara, Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura, and back into Anahata, our heart center, Nihukocha Utuhunatiarata. Thoroughly mixing this energy. Now let us turn over to our inner being to continue this divine flow, without any thought. Nihiskoto urtukadiwaraharse e tukura hatakanahase ishkononoto urhatayaha askanahatitiria ashana atahariyarotoko shananotoko. And now with intention, let us push out this combined energy from our heart centers, out all of our chakras, out of our physicality, out of our auric field and our personal energy, sending it out into every aspect of our awareness, in every way, in everywhere, and everyone. Akashi hiso utuku noniorotoku shahyasa atanahasa irata. Now in our mind's eye, let us create a chest. A chest of your creation. And let us put in this chest all of our anger, all of our worry, all of our fears and doubts, all of our guilt, shame, and grief, all of our to-do lists, woodpecker, our shopping lists, anything we're going to do the rest of the day, or tomorrow, the rest of the week, or whatever happened last week, or any time in the past. Woodpeckers are tenacity and abundance. And let us put in all of our hopes and our dreams, everything that we are manifesting, so that we can have a clear mind to chant, to breathe, and to be with our inner being. And let us allow our inner being to put in what it believes may distract from this meditation, what no longer serves. And let us close the lid on this chest, and set it aside. It will be there for you at the end of meditation, if you so desire. And while we chant, be easy on yourself. Whether you mess up, whether you say the wrong word, whether you hiccup or yawn or swallow or need a glass or a drink of water, just pick up with the next one. You are not missing anything. You are still benefiting. And if a thought comes in, just focus your awareness back on the chant. And allow it to go away when it is ready. We will start off with one Aum, the primordial sound of the universe, broken up into the 3 seed syllables. Utur anahasakira hasatatita, Ashonoro uturu, Hashana asahi kiacha atara hasanati, Huturu ushano, Aum kushuhutura hayata. And then we will chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times using the mala of joy. I will let you know when we move up through the chakras and when we're on the last one. Usahatira yakana hasakahirata. And then we will close out with one Aum Kushutira Watata. And I'm going to adjust my block so I can not fiddle around during the meditation. Iskotare arshikate. That's much better. Asahir achana akatirata. And using the mala of joy requires no thought. Iskoturi urshokotukto. We only need to focus on the chant and our breath. Iskoturu hushiyototo. In the light language, the chant, and our inner being. Ksihi sho oyokutukuro will align together. Hisaya ashana hesekiyaratata. And a breath in for Aum. Aum. Starting off with Vasundhara and a breath in to chant. Om Mani Padme Hum. Oturu Ushanata Ihrakayata. Arsanahesi Mani Padme Hum. Haturu Ushananati Yata. Om Mani Padme Hum. Asanata Arhakatita. Huturu Ukana Hayaraha. Om Mani Padme Hum. Ukuto Husha Atayaranahari. Atuhusha Om Mani Padme Hum. Atihiriata Hashiara. Kuturu Ushananiti Rahakatita. Om Mani Padme Hum. Adare Arsanihiti Artahayakoto. Huturu Ushana Atakashihiyata. Om Mani Padme Hum. Hachira Hasaya. Akana Hasa Ikiachara Hasano. Om Mani Padme Hum. Atakahetiara. Atahana Ashaya. Atukutu Om Mani Padme Hum. Ashahanati Takaheya. Aturu Ushananati Arahaka. Om Mani Padme Hum. Awarhati Tara Karshanaha Saye. Aturu Om Mani Padme Hum. Siata Arahekato. Huturu Arakanahesa. Om Mani Padme Hum. Moving up to Muladhara. Om Mani Padme Hum. Tatanari Tatakutoto Rasha. Arhasiki Acharahani. Om Mani Padme Hum. Huturu Ushanati Tiraha. Haturu Ukanahasiaka. Om Mani Padme Hum. Hatiri Arahnatayara. Om Mani Padme Hum. Arhaka Ashayata Turu. Hatu Ushanahasa. Om Mani Padme Hum. Sisiria. Arhakoturu Unoto Uruhusho. Huturu Ushayakatiria. Om Mani Padme Hum. Atahati Tiarahakai. Atakashai Hiska. Om Mani Padme Hum. Turu Ukanohorohoka. Arashahni. Aratikiata. Om Mani Padme Hum. Huturu Ukanahati Tira. Kisha tatari
Om
hisotoro.
Mani Padme Hum.
Artkanehi saka artirea. Haturu ushananati araha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Atawa ashakahe. Atuhuturu hushanati. Ataharaba
Om
atanahasa katita.
Mani Padme
Shashanana
Hum.
atahariti. Arahokonoro okochoro hokota. Hutoro
Om
ushananiti
Mani
arhakiti arata.
Padme Hum.
Moving up to Svadhisthana.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kashahanayaraha. Artukonoro hoshoto. Hututa anahashitaka.
Om Mani Padme
Ashanatitaka.
Hum.
Artukuro horto. Hushana asa akahayarta.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Atawarata achiaraha. Kashanahasaka.
Om Mani Padme
Uturu
Hum.
ukananati arahake. Achahari hisata ati arahakayata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Uturu ushanati katayara. Hatara arshkahasi.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Uturu ukananato. Uturu ushahayata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Uturu ushanaditi araha. Koturu ushanaditaha.
Om Mani Padme
Ushanati
Hum.
tekarihi. Atawahasa. Arashahesa.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Ushanahasisi. Harihikata. Arashahasaka.
Om Mani Padme
Asha
Hum.
anasaha. Kotuhuruto. Karshahai. Atara. Askana.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Shanahasakiha. Hotu urhu katanaharihite. Arhashiyasa.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Koturu ushaha. Moving up to Manipura.
Om
Tutu
Mani
utanati
Padme Hum.
Koturu ukanahaturu husha. Arwahashiara. Asahanatakahi.
Om Mani
Otoro
Padme
utanahatita
Hum.
hariyata. Atutu ushana hasakahesha. Arahayekata.
Om Mani Padme
Uturu
Hum.
ushana hasisiriyata hatukuno. Hutur arshkanahisa aya.
Om
Ataharihisata.
Mani Padme Hum.
Uturu ukananot urhututoro. Haturit kashaya.
Om Mani
Atanahatita.
Padme
Arihikonoro.
Hum.
Ushahasa akatita arihata. Huturu ushanatata
Om
arhika.
Mani Padme
Hurwahashayaka.
Hum.
Utunanati arahakiti. Huturu ushana asa.
Om
Yakachita
Mani
yarahatu.
Padme Hum.
Kutuna nohorhata. Atahatita ha. Artukonoro urhoshaya.
Om Mani
Hatiri
Padme
anahati
Hum.
araha. Hotoro ukanahatara. Ashanahasisi.
Om Mani
Urvahashiyataha.
Padme Hum.
Hotoro ukanata arahakaya. Ataharsho hokotoro hota.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Arvahasho otoro hokoto. Hutu ushanasi. Ataharikia.
Om Mani
Ashanahaka aya.
Padme Hum.
Atuhuturu hukanati rahayata. Arawahasha. Arakanahasira.
Om Mani Padme
Arihisonono
Hum.
totoroho. Moving up to Anahata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hati tiarahasukono. Uruhukutana. Arharshia. Haturu ushana toturu.
Om Mani
Arawahaka
Padme
asa
Hum.
sirahakate. Kaiwahakaya. Arhaskana hatoro hutoro hosha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kononohoroho iskanata arhashia.
Om Mani Padme
Arshana
Hum.
iskotor hushaya totoroha. Awahashia asakatata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Noto otoko shanahatu. Hutoro ukanahatita.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hutu ushanahasa. Hatiri arahanata goro.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hutoro ukanahasa aye. Hata arhikati araha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hutoro ushanati arahakayaha. Hata arhayana.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Anahasiti arahasiara. Ayakata anahasia. Arahasochoro
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kayhatara arsanahati araha. Arshahayasa. Anahasoto
Om Mani Padme
Anahasiri
Hum.
ara arhai. Arhana asa aturu ushana aturuhu. Usha a
Om
rahiyata
Mani
arnahasa
Padme
ayata.
Hum.
Moving up to Vishuddha. Hasavoturu
Om
hushumoto
Mani
rahayata.
Padme
Atat arshia na
Hum.
atiyarahati yarana. Arahukoto ur horia. Aya
Om
akanaharaha. Aya
Mani
atara
Padme
ashonohotoro.
Hum.
Hukuchu ur hukana. Asa aye kitirahana otoro. Uto
Om
urshayatati.
Mani
Anahasiraha.
Padme
Arahuko o
Hum.
chariata nahirata. Tara anahasiyati gurushoyoto. Ur huaka vishanirata.
Om
Konoro
Mani
ukunora
Padme
hashayat uranate
Hum.
arisakati arahnayarata. Husuturuya arhana
Om
asaya
Mani
arahuso ukor
Padme
uryaya
Hum.
arhanata arhashita ataha anaha arwakosho toro
Om
hukutursha
Mani
anahasi
Padme
titiaranato
Hum.
uruhuka arasha atari titiraha kaya konoro uruto
Om Mani
konoro urukushio
Padme
tohurania
Hum.
arhasa atakasani tiarahakaniarata atara arakanahasa
Om
arihiso to
Mani
urukuchi
Padme Hum.
huturu ushanati arshia ta arikanahasira arkuchoro ukanara
Om
arshiaraha
Mani
arvahashisa
Padme
akata
Hum.
arhana atutu ushanorokoto artakanahirsaha arhosho
Om
ukanoro
Mani
hukushoyo to
Padme
uruhuti
Hum.
arvahasiraha arakaniriaroto uturu ukanahata
Om
arhasanayarati
Mani
hatara
Padme
arhanahasa
Hum.
ekoto urutukoshayana artuhonoro huko
Om
huturu ushanati
Mani Padme
arahakirtahanaha.
Hum.
Moving up to Anya. Haso uta
Om Mani
arianariarata.
Padme
Anahasitu
Hum.
huruhukatarva hashiso. Arvaso no to uruhukato. Anehiri
Om
rahanata ata
Mani
nearakatira.
Padme Hum.
Arvahashiso okuturuhusho. Awahashiso ota. Artonoro
Om
okuturuhusho.
Mani
Tatsiti arahanati
Padme
arahashio
Hum.
sokotoraha. Kasanate arihisukutoru chai anaharieta.
Om
Arhusoto
Mani
urhukushuto.
Padme
Arahayata
Hum.
artanahasiada. Kotor ursanahatar hushiato. Kushaya
Om
asanahayati
Mani
tiara.
Padme
Arawashia
Hum.
atanahera rukurhukoto. Sawashi sokonoroko.
Om
Atanara arshi soko.
Mani Padme
Arhasa ekana
Hum.
arhasieta. Arhasi itoro ushanahotoro huka. Arkahe
Om
narara
Mani
artahe.
Padme Hum.
Konoro hukuchirwa hasikoto. Arayata adnahasi. Atohoro ushanaturo.
Om Mani
Arikiti arahasuto.
Padme Hum.
Uturu ushanahaturu ushaya.
Hasia anahasiara. Hatukusho urukuna.
Mani
Arahushia sa
Padme
anahatikea.
Hum.
Arahatita arahanato. Hutoro ushanayara.
Om
Adahoto no no
Mani
hortu ushayatoro.
Padme Hum.
Atuaya asanakae. Ataharita arhashaya. Atohosho
Om
ukonoho.
Mani
Arvahayata
Padme
anahayata.
Hum.
Hatita anaha. Aturo Urshu Uruko
Om
Urahana
Mani
Arahia
Padme
Ayaka.
Hum.
Moving up to Sahasrara.
Om Mani
Karisa
Padme
Atana
Hum.
Harihitoro Hokondoro Karnata Arahasira Arvashaya
Om Mani
Arahakana Atar
Padme
Hashiso
Hum.
Otora Hokochiri Kari Hisanata Arahikotoro Arwahashi Sapaya
Om
Atanahati
Mani Padme
Korohuturu
Hum.
Ushananduta Kaihe Tarahanati Roho
Om
Arwarhata
Mani
Arwishio Konoro
Padme
Ukuturu
Hum.
Hushoto Atkanahe Tiarahaya Anahaturu Urkanahalo
Om
Arwahasaya
Mani Padme
Arhashiasa
Hum.
Akonor Oto Orohukatita Hatiti Arahanata Arhi
Om
Arwahashi
Mani
Arkanahasi
Padme Hum.
Arhasoto Okonoro Hokoto Anahasiriata Arishoto
Om
Arwahashiso
Mani
Utoyata
Padme
Arhishkai
Hum.
Ayato Urhunatutu Arwashaya Asa Anahaki Arhaki
Om
Tiarhatata
Mani
Arshahasoto
Padme
Uruko
Hum.
Ka Hakasanava Atar Hishiar Sako Ursho Vosho
Om
Shokorisapa
Mani Padme
Ataharina
Hum.
Arhakaeso Utoro Ushahe Atananariheto Urakatara
Om
Arahaneta
Mani
Arahisoto
Padme
Urukotoro
Hum.
Ushatati Arahatitaha Kasohonoro Utanawariara
Om Mani
Arawasho
Padme
Ukohona
Hum.
Hatirahaka Ataharihiso Utanahatita Harahatita
Om
Anahasa
Mani
Anahahe
Padme
Anahaka.
Hum.
Moving up to Vyapini.
Om Mani
Hono Hosha
Padme Hum.
Atora Hisha Tatita Hanatiraha Arvashiso Okonara Ateta
Om Mani
Arhasa Ahati
Padme Hum.
Arvashoko Rokonohora Hokotoroho Arhasakatiti Aranahatoto
Om Mani
Arshihisa
Padme
Arhasakaye
Hum.
Shayoko Utoro Ukanoharhisa Ataha Atana
Om
Atuhuto
Mani Padme
Hushoko Otoro
Hum.
Karhanera Hasayata Haturo Ushana Haturo
Om
Anahase
Mani
iti arhano
Padme
oto
Hum.
urokotoro hoshayoto Atukuna hatiti arhanilta Arahasa agaheto
Om
urukutu
Mani
Arwashi
Padme Hum.
Kasana hasa agir hokoto Arwasisira Akanahasayara
Om
Aturo
Mani
ushana hatutuhu
Padme Hum.
Arhukotoro hana Arhashia sa akea Atuhuro ushana hatutu
Om
Aturo
Mani
ushana hatitaha
Padme Hum.
Arakanahai Ataharihutoro Utohoro honate ara Arwahashia
Om
sa
Mani
Koranahasi
Padme
artahanataki
Hum.
Arahushoyo Okonoro hokata Ataharita anahatira
Om
hasha
Mani Padme
Arwahashoyoko
Hum.
Otohonoro hokata Atihisa a hanatiraha
Om
Kotonoro
Mani
hokotori hashaya
Padme Hum.
Arawahayata
Last one.
Arahananiriraha
Yeah.
Anahasira a
Om
Akachirahata
Mani
Otohoro
Padme Hum.
Utohonoho.
And a breath in for Aum. Aum. Stay here for as long as you like. Iko toro hukusha nanati arahakati rahakaya. Pause the video if you feel. Usuo tanani ryoko hotarara. When you are ready, slowly bring your awareness back to the here and now. Slowly lengthen and deepen your breath. Maybe invite in some gentle movements. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. Cracking my ankles. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. We had many visitors today. We had somebody for 3/4 of the meditation and the chanting, and we had a group up there for most of the upper chakras. And if you rewatch, I can't remember which chakra we were on, but I actually opened my eyes for a second because I felt his energy leaving. He didn't make any sounds. Welcome back, Bree. It's good to feel your energy. And Stacy as well. Even though you unsubscribe, you're still here. Ashahia kanata rahakasi rata ariotono ushahayata ariatakuchariata. Interesting animal messages during Muladhara. Niyarata kachia ratatata. Blue jay was super, super loud. Itakuryo konaria ratata. And much of the lower chakras and through the heart center. Niyaratikia rata. The cardinal and other songbirds were singing. Niorotakushketa. And did you hear the raven during Muladhara? Huge raven. Loud, deep voice. Nokuturu shukuto. Blue jays are about abundance and tenacities, much like the woodpecker. But they're also about individuality. Be independent, be your own thinker, but also use temperance and prudence, like the azaleas are telling us. And the songbirds were still. They were in the higher chakras, inviting us to the higher thought forms and seeing things from a higher vantage point, more aligned with our true authentic selves. And I invite you to journal about your experience if you feel it would be of value. I write emails to myself. It's just easier. I type, over 120 words a minute. And I can search for all the various terms in my Gmail. And whether you write light codes or you draw or you actually write it out in pen and paper, it does not matter how you document your experience. When you are ready, iskutaria kanaria ratahasiya tukusha nati. Arihisa na ati karriera sakanania ro tohushuetoruhuko. There's holy patience here. Iskati arahanono tukuru. 10001 nakarriera tuku. The Hari and the Om, Ushaya Akaturu, Ushaka Asayerta, Anasiha Tata. I'm glad you are investing in yourselves, Nihakatagir Tata, as we're exploring Manipura and our heart center, Iskoturu, Ashaya Atakata, Arahasanani Ratata. And I thought it was very interesting. And we have a little woodchuck over there, Akatira Nanata Tiraha. How when I got deep in my chanting and being, that I didn't feel the ants crawling on me. And then I very probably didn't attract any more ants. But when I looked over there, somewhere, Anya Sahasrara, that I felt an ant on me. This is cottonwood, snow of summer, is the way I see it. And so I thank them for joining us in our meditation, our time with ourselves. What is your heart saying? Just let go and let God. Listen to your heart and act accordingly. Prudence, temperance. There's more. There's more. As we allow our inner being to show its true authentic self to us, there really is no difference between our inner being and us, nor our inner being and our higher selves. Our heart is us. It's speaking to each and every one of us as to how to live this thing called life, fully abundant, full of joy. So before I sign off, two license plates that were so similar. JLK, joyous loving kindness, or joyous love and kindness. And another one which had the same three letters but putting around, JKL, just kidding. Or joyous, joy, kindness, and love. See the light codes just trying to sneak in and shimmer through. Let's see, can we get any more? Nope. We'll just leave it subtly. It's sneaking in. So I'm rambling. Thank you, my friends, for sharing in my highest bliss. And good job, we have completed day number 38. You are investing in yourself. And by you continuing to show up for yourself, where you are every day, without any expectation, allowing the chant in the light language and your inner being to convince you how awesome you are. Shine on, and make it a great day, because why would you leave it up to anyone else?